So just putting the block on its lowest level and then slowly lowering yourself over it so that your block is in between your two hip bones. You might just move the body side to side slightly so that you'll feel the spot where it's a bit sensitive. And then just bringing your forehead down to the back of your hands. Palms are one above the other. You might need to just move around a little bit on the block to find those sensitive spots. And then just come into your breath, arrive on your mat. Just nice, slow, deep breaths, smooth breaths. We'll breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. And exhale. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Inhale. 3, 2, 1. Pause. Exhale. 3, 2, 1. Pause. 3 more like that in your own time. Really connecting with your breath, smoothing out the inhale and the exhale. On the next inhale, slowly lift your head, bring your elbows underneath you. Roll off the block, just place it to one side. And gently coming into a Sphinx Pose. So elbows under the shoulders, tops of the feet and pelvis into the earth. And then opening through the chest, pushing through the forearms and the elbows. Just taking a couple of breaths here without strain or stress. Letting the breath find your posture for you. And then gently lower yourself back down, bringing your right knee out to the right. So you're still on your belly, your right knee's out to the right. And then you're going to thread your left arm under your right armpit. So your right knee's out to the right. And then your left arm's under your right armpit. And then if it feels good, you can roll onto your back, keeping your leg where it is, just opening the top arm out behind you. Nice. Taking a few breaths here. So we're imagining that we're actually rolling flat onto our back. One more breath here. And then slowly making your way back down. So you're placing your arm down, straightening your leg, unthreading your left arm. Back into Sphinx for a moment. And then starting on the other side, left leg to the side. Threading the right arm under the left armpit. Replacing your head if it feels a bit stiffer on this side. You can definitely bring your head onto a block, but just be careful as we're rolling. So we'll just take a breath or two here. And then gently starting to roll onto your back. Left arm can come out to a T. That feels okay for you. 2 more breaths here. And then coming back through center, back into your Sphinx pose, forearms down, wrists in line with your elbows, opening through your heart, feeling that stretch in the belly. Squeezing the shoulders together, opening the heart. Pelvis and tops of your feet heavy into the mat. And then gently lowering yourself down, elbows underneath the shoulders. Keeping your legs on the mat for this one, opening up into your upward facing dog, but your legs are on the mat. So it's sort of like a half upward facing dog, but opening through that chest, letting the hips dip towards the mat. And then gently bringing yourself back into a child's pose. Hips towards the heels, lengthening through your arms. Head touches the mat if that feels comfortable for you. You can have a block underneath your head. Finding 2 deep breaths here. And then inhaling onto all fours. We're going to stay in this position and just engage the lower belly to the spine. So not a squeeze so that you're grinding your teeth, but just a slight engagement so you can feel the belly gently pulling into the spine and turning on. And then exhale to release. That's the tiniest movement. Inhale to engage the belly. Make sure you're not clenching the jaw or anything else. It's only the belly that's on. Exhale to release. 2 more. Inhale to engage. No one else would be able to see this movement if they were looking at you. Keeping your head in line with your spine. We're not dropping the head here. Relax the belly. Last one. Belly to spine. Let's hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. Tuck the toes. Hips up. Downward facing dog. So pedaling your feet. Bending one knee, then the other. And then finding your shape. 2 breaths here. Breathing all the way down to your heels. And then breathing out from your heels all the way up the back of your legs, down your spine and through your mouth. One more deep breath like this. And then slowly rolling forward onto the balls of your feet, little miniature steps to the front of the mat. Hips stay up. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bending the knees, sweeping the arms up overhead. Watching the palms touch at the top. Exhale, coming back down. Hands to the mat. Stepping the right foot back. Stepping the left foot back. Chaturanga, or knees to the earth if you need. Upward facing dog, thighs off the ground. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Can you find a bit more space in this shape? Inhale onto the balls of your feet. Mini steps to the top of your mat. Push through the palms to give yourself a bit more space. And then inhale to halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Bending the knees, sweeping up. Maybe a little back bend at the top. Exhale, coming down. Left foot steps back. Right foot steps back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Saluting the sun. Taking a breath here. Letting it out through the mouth. Onto the balls of the feet. Little steps to the top of the mat. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale. Fold. Sweeping up. Palms touch. Little back bend. All the way down to the mat. This time stepping or floating to the back of the mat. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One breath here. Exhaling, looking to between your hands, either stepping or floating to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bending the knees, sweeping up. Maybe this time the back of the hands touch. And then hands together, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands flat, stepping or floating to the back of the mat. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Taking a breath here. Letting something go. And then let's inhale the right leg up. Exhale, stepping the right leg, right foot behind or beside your right hand. Dropping the back heel, coming up. Warrior one. Exhale, hands to mat. Stepping back, chaturanga. Make sure your elbows come into your ribs. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Straight away, placing the right foot into warrior one at the back of the mat. Lifting the left leg. Stepping through. Finding your warrior one. Sun salutation B. Exhaling, coming down. Stepping back. Chaturanga, we'll do that once more. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right leg up, back heels on the mat. Front toes turning out to the side. Exhale, stepping through warrior one. Exhale, coming down. Stepping back, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right foot down, toes point up. Left foot up. Stepping through warrior one. Exhaling down. Stepping your left foot back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Noticing the body, noticing what's shifted, any changes from when you first started the practice. Maybe feeling a bit of heat in the body. Notice the state of the mind. Inhale, lifting the right leg up. Exhale, stepping the right foot behind the right hand onto the ball of your back foot, coming up into high lunge. Widen your stance for balance. Nice. And then blossoming open warrior two. Just your back foot if you need. Bending through the right leg, right knee towards the right side of the mat. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and just checking if your arms are in one straight line. Torso in the middle of your hips. And then back hand down, reversing your warrior two. Inhaling, opening up. Straightening through the front knee without locking out. Triangle pose. So reaching forward without placing that right hand down, as if you're trying to reach something at the front of the room. Tucking your right glutes under, squeezing the right glutes towards your left. And then reversing that shape. Keep your front leg straight without being locked. Inhale back to your triangle. Maybe your top arm comes over your ear, parallel with your bottom arm. Inhale up, reversing your triangle. One more triangle, leaning forward, over your toes, belly to spine. Right glute wraps under, and then bending the front knee, forearm to your thigh, top arm reaches over. Nice long stretch from your little toe of your left foot to your middle finger of your left hand, opening the heart to the side. And then gently starting to look forward, left hand down, right hand meets the left, stepping back into your plank pose. Belly to spine, zipping the inner line of the legs. And then heels over to the right. You can stagger your feet, or you can have your left foot on top of your right. Side plank. Lifting your belly, your waist away from the mat. Maybe you're going to lean your top arm, reach your top arm over your ear. Maybe lift your left foot off your right foot and float it for a sec. And then coming back through plank, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Taking a breath here, letting it go. Inhaling, left foot up. Exhaling, stepping through for high lunge. Adjust the stance for balance, and then making your way up into your high lunge. Squeezing the right glute, lifting the arms up to the ceiling, but dropping the shoulders. That slight engagement of the belly to the spine. And then opening up warrior two. Adjusting your back foot as you need. Big bend in the left knee. Make sure it's tracking to the outside of the mat, not falling in. Nice. And then reversing your warrior two. So bigger bend through the front knee if you can. Very nice. Inhale, opening up. Straightening through the front leg without locking out. Reaching over, leaning over, but pulling, we're not dropping the bottom hand today. Pulling your left glute in towards your right. And then reversing that shape, keeping the front leg straight without being locked. Inhale, triangle. See if you can lean a little bit further, but sucking that left glute in towards your right thigh. Inhale up. Exhale, warrior three. Not warrior three, triangle pose. Reaching that left hand forward. Maybe your right arm comes overhead and you're parallel. Both arms reaching forward. And then coming back up, bending the front knee. Left forearm to your thigh. Reaching the top arm up and over. Big stretch. One more breath here. And then right hand down, left hand down, stepping back to your plank pose, zipping the inner line of the legs, ankles, calves, thighs squeeze together, and then heels to the left. You can decide whether to stagger your feet or to have your right leg on top. Maybe you're going to reach your arm up and over your head. Push out of the ground. Lift your waist away from the ground. Maybe you're going to float your top leg. And then gently replacing the leg, hands down, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, child's pose. Lower your hips towards your heels. Arms reach forward. Forehead lightly to the mat or to a block. And just notice the body. We've done quite a vibrant heating practice this morning. Notice the energy churning around the body, waking up our system from a night's sleep. Moving every part of our body. And then inhale, slowly walking yourself, your hands back towards your knees, coming up for a camel pose. So knees are 2 fist distance apart. We're going to start off by squeezing our glutes and opening the front of our legs. Hands to heart center. So toes are not tucked. From there, we're going to engage everything from our quads all the way up to our heart, hands to heart. And instead of rounding back, we're just going to lean back. So our body's in a straight line. And then coming forward again. Let's try that once more. So engage the quads, the glutes, the belly, hands to heart, leaning back. We're just leaning back on an angle, feeling those quads, glutes really working. And then inhale, coming back up. Hands down, bringing your right knee behind your left knee and coming to sit in a seated cross-legged pose. So just making sure your knees are one on top of the other. You can have your feet wider apart or closer to your hips. See what feels better for you. If it doesn't feel good for you at all and you need to straighten your front leg, your bottom leg, you can definitely lengthen your bottom leg and just cross your top leg over your bottom leg. And then from there, we're going to interlock our hands behind our back, squeezing through the shoulders, lifting the palms away from the earth. Maybe you're going to, if you can, bring your thumbs to the earth behind you, open through the heart. And then exhale, bowing forward. Inhale, coming up, relaxing the hands to the mat, fingers face outwards, and bringing yourself into a reverse tabletop. So feet hip distance apart, lifting through the hips, squeezing the glutes, opening the shoulders. Can you squeeze the glutes a little bit more and open those hips a tiny bit more? And then exhale, coming back down. Changing the legs, so crossing a different way, coming into Gomukhasana or your variation with your bottom leg straightened, that's fine as well. And this time we'll open the arms out to a T and eagle arms, right arm under left. Lifting the arms up, bending forward, folding forward. Inhale, lifting up. Maybe a little back bend at the top. Opening the arms, crossing the other way. Lifting the fingers up, squeezing the elbows together. As if you're drawing a circle over a ball. Lifting up, leaning to the right. Coming back to center, lifting the hands up, leaning to the left. And then gently releasing that. Palms out to the side of the mat again, coming into your reverse bridge. So let the hips, squeezing the glutes, lift your hips up. Lifting yourself away from your palms, squeezing your shoulders together. Nice. Can you lift your belly so that it's not sagging down in the middle? You're in a reverse tabletop. Nice, beautiful. And then gently bringing yourself down, lengthening the legs out in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall, fingers to the side of the mat. Inhale the arms up overhead, belly to spine, reaching forward. Can you reach your fingers past your toes without rounding yourself in like that, opening the heart as if your heart's in upward facing dog. Drop the shoulders away from the ears, relax the jaw, and then float your fingers down. Then round yourself in. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. Taking a few breaths here. Noticing any sensations in the body. Letting the breath massage the muscles. What can you let go of? Inhale, slowly rolling up. And then bringing yourself down onto your back. Palms face up. Feet splay out to the side. Relaxing the breath. Relaxing the jaw. Relaxing all the facial muscles. Coming into Shavasana. Letting the practice marinate in your muscles. Let you know when it's time to wake up. As you start to deepen the breath, bringing your attention into your heart center, the engine room of the body. Can you feel the heartbeat? On the next inhale, slowly starting to move the fingers and the toes. And then reaching the arms up ahead and lengthening the legs down the mat. Big morning stretch. And then gently making your way over onto one side and up to a seated position. I'm being pinned down to the mat, so I'll finish the class on my back. But let's inhale, sweeping the arms up overhead, bringing the palms to touch. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Bowing forehead to fingertips in respect to our heart, to this practice called yoga. Namaste.